Hey yo to you, Electric Diabetes. Over on YouTube. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Oh man, it's a good day. Welcome to the Cool Dads Club. Whether you're a cool dad or you're a cool dude and dudettes, we'll workshop it. Anyway, good to see you. What's up, my friends? Oh, dude, that was, you're in the splash zone just right now. Oh man, looking snazzy per usual, dude. It's you know, I feel like when you find your vibe, you just gotta lean into it. You know what I mean? And who knew that a cozy Temu fur coat would feel so right? Oh man. Guys, if you are watching this and you're not a part of the Discord, make sure you pop over there. We got the Game of the Month club rolling, and we're playing Game of the Quarter. Game of the Month, Game of the Quarter, okay? Game of the Quarter, we're playing Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know about you. If you are in and you are neck deep in Final Fantasy Tactics like I am, I hope you're enjoying it. I really love it. I feel like way back in the day when I played it, there was like a certain point that I got to, and I just got shredded. Like, I just could not get past it. I think I was playing it, I had to have been playing it on some sort of, it wasn't original hardware. Like, I wasn't playing it on the original PlayStation. I was playing it on Joe Infinite 2106 over on YouTube. Howdy, yo. What's up, dude? Good to see you. I must have been playing it something like PS3 or something, and then like I downloaded it from the store or something. All I remember is I got to this certain spot and I just couldn't get past it. And like for some, I hung it up because I needed to take a break from it, and I never went back. And so it's almost like a homecoming, which is really cool. And being able to play it Pocket, like, whoops, I launched the wrong one. Being able to play it in your pocket is just crazy. It's just so crazy. It's been such an experience. So I hope you're a part of that. I hope you're playing the Game of the Quarter. If you're not, it's not too late. We're going from January to March. We're playing Final Fantasy Tactics. So come join us in the Discord. The link is probably somewhere down below. If it's not, the Nightbot is going to drop it in here at any moment. But dude, you can't you can't get enough of the tactics. That's all I gotta say. Also, for the month of February, the games of the month we're doing. Or actually, you know, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. First of all, Ace of Spades in the chat over on Twitch. Too much sexy in one stream. Well, now that you're here, yeah, dude. It's not. There's the sexy quotient in this stream is not big enough for the both of us. Joe Infinite says, first time joining the stream. Dude, good. Thanks for being here, man. You picked a heck of a time to jump into a first stream. Oh my gosh. If this is the first time somebody's coming in here and seeing this right now, I love it so much. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Glad you're here, Joe. For sure, man. Ace of Spades says RG35XX SP, so good for the price. Yes, I would say if you're considering picking up a device and you're on a budget, dude, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with the SP. I have a video in the hopper that I need to make for it, because it really was for me for like 2025. It was the surprise sleeper hit. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. If you are over on Twitch, okay. Sorry, I was gonna say, if you're over on Twitch, let me know how things are looking over there. I'm seeing some weird stuff on my stream manager. Looks like the bit rate is like real junky. So yeah, if you need to, head over to YouTube and we'll call it good. All right, let me catch up on this chat just a little bit. Electric says, I saw Tactics at my local game store, but I didn't pick it up. My oldest picked up Wind Waker. He's pumped to try it out. Dude, I love that. Heck yeah. Wind Waker is one that I've actually never played. That's one I need to consider, for sure. I have to say, like, Zelda games, oh, man. It's like I almost have to be in the right mood for it, and if I'm not, it just feels like such a slog. Like, I tried to do Minish Cap with over there with Analog Den, and I just got to a certain point, and then I neglected it, and now it's like I'm having a hard time picking it back up. But I might need to try it out. Let's see here. Who else we got? Oh, Frodo, what's up, dude? Just a lurker this morning. Kids are in tow. Hey, I totally got it, dude. You'll watch it when you get back and you get to work. I love that. That's awesome. Good to see you, my friend. Ace of Spades. Who is this handsome retro gaming pimp? There it is, dude. Joe. Okay, Joe Infinite. I'm hyped because I saw a newly announced Anbernic device called the RG Vita. Dude, okay. We were talking... Well, I don't know if we were talking about it. I posted this in the Discord. Okay? Let's pull this up, actually. Because this is one of those ones... This is one of those situations where this looks really cool. I can say for sure that this is not... Well, dude, never say never, bro. But I can say with some confidence, I think, that this one is probably not for me. Especially with a little something coming in the mail yesterday. I literally had this thing for like less than 24 hours. Like less than 10 hours, maybe. So I could say for certainty that this is not for me, but for somebody, man, this is going to hit just like... It's going to hit right in the sweet... Like right in the sweets. The nostalgia sweets, you know what I mean? Let's take a look at this real quick. Ambernick just dropped this 10 hours ago. We're going to play it with no audio. I think we'll be fine. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the RG Vita. If you were a PS Vita person, if you were down with the PS Vita back when it was actually a thing, then man, this has to be music to your eyeballs. Because I will say it looks very cool. I don't know anything about the stats. I haven't looked into any of the, oh, look at some weird live streamer. Cancel that. We don't need to see that. I don't really know anything about the stats on it. But I do know that for somebody, I was talking with Frodo about this in the Discord last night. There's so much about this and about like retro handhelds in general is really like finding what fits. You know what I mean? Like finding that thing that just like is the perfect blend of the power that you want and the form factor. And I think it's a very unique thing for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, the RG Slide. I love the RG Slide. And it got a bum rap when it came out because of different things about it. But for me, it just was like that sweet spot, and the design of it and everything was like really, really cool. I slept on the SP for so long, but it really does like fit this like gap for me that is really, really cool. It's not going to be for everybody. And so that's the thing with the Vita. I think, man, if you were somebody who was like really into the Vita back in the day, and that was like the pinnacle of handheld gaming for you, man, this has got to be... It's like Christmas morning for you. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I think it's going to be rad. Let me open up. Let's go over to the website. I don't know if they're actually going to have this on the website yet. It's probably a little early. Get out of here. Let me see here. Oh yeah. Here we go. Well, this is the video, but do they have like a product page? No, they may not. Maybe they don't have a product page. Because yeah, it's not popping up in their new arrivals. So that may be all they got right now that they can offer up is that video. But like I said, it's going to be Christmas morning for somebody. Let me take a look over here. Let's get caught up on this chat. Ace says, Twitch is being silly. We're back. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on, but I could see the bit rate was like super low. So I don't know if they changed something because I haven't changed any settings. But even last week, I feel like there was a drop over on Twitch for some reason. So we'll have to see what that's about. Electric says Zelda 2, Zelda 2, Zelda 2. Dude, okay, is Zelda 2... let's talk about this for a second. For the pro gamers, the ones who have the experience in the room, who are, you know, Zelda 2 aficionados, because I am not one of those. Is Zelda 2, as far as like, you know, length of gameplay, is Zelda 2 going to fit as a game of the month, or does that need to be more of like a game of the quarter? So hit me up with that in the chat, and so we can get that somewhere on the list, because Zelda 2 is one that I need to revisit. Again, back in the day, that game kicked my butt, and I just, as a kid, I couldn't swing it, and now I feel like I'm seasoned. I'm a seasoned veteran. I'm ready. Oh my gosh! All right, what else I got here? Ace says, RG Vita intrigued. Isn't that just an Odin 2/3? It might be, dude. I have no idea. Joe says, I mean, if AYN makes an Odin 3 mini, I'd buy that over this. Well, there you go, dude. Let's see. A says, RG Slide looked cooked. It just looked too thick for me. It could be just the way it's photographed, though. It's a thick boy. I don't have it in front of me right now. It's over in my charging station. But in some of the videos and stuff, I've kind of held it up, and you can see he's beefy. He's a beefy dude, but it fit for me. But I've got those big man hands, so maybe that was all right. EOR, dude, in the chat. What's up? Hello, this is Robert Van Ritcher of Huntington. I'm doing well, EOR. Look at these. Look at this luxury. I feel like $1 million American dollars. How are you today? Shelf, what's up, dude? Good to see you. RG goggles. Why not have something stupid looking like a goggle screen connected to a controller? Too many devices. Dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. There are so many devices. And you know what? I think it's one of those things. I think it's like, in some ways, it is like excessive. It's like, come on. Do we really need so many devices? No. But the flip side of that coin, and the thing that I love so much about it, is that literally by the way, I'm going to snooze. I know some ads have been hitting you guys. I'm going to snooze. So we shouldn't see any ads for like the next 20 minutes. But what I love about it is that there's literally something for everybody. And so regardless of what form factor you like, it is crazy. It's crazy if you try to own them all. Like, if you're like taking the Pokemon vibe and it's like you got to catch them all, yes, you're in trouble. But if you're very, discerning, and you know what you like, or you try to find like what's the one that's going to work for me, man, you have the sky's the limit. You're going to find something that's perfect. That's perfect for you. I love that. It's great. Let's see. Jorama, what's up? I'm in late, dude. We're glad you're here. You're fine. You're fine. How far in are we right now? How long? I can't even. Where's my little countdown? I don't know. I can't see it. It's shrunk. But we're here. We're figuring out, 14 minutes? Oh, you're fine. You're good. EOR says Zelda 2 is a decent game, but you can't play it without a guide. It's way too cryptic. Yeah. I'm not opposed to that either. Like, I don't want to like go straight to a guide every single time, but I'm not opposed to using a guide if I get to a point where it starts to lose the enjoyment. I'm just not at that place in life where I'm like, I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm just gonna push through for the pride of it, or like, yeah. It's like, I just want to enjoy myself. And if I'm getting stuck, then cool. I'll use a guide. I'm totally down for that. Let's see. Joe says, I think that Ioneo sliding phone design over the Ambernick RG slide. Or you think you like that? Dude, I'll have to take a look at that. Electric says, if you are good, it's a game of the month. If not, game of the quarter. Dude, okay, I'll probably quarter then on that one. Oh my gosh. Game of the month would work. maybe that'll be one. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that over on the Discord and try to figure out where we can slide that in, because if it's, it's like one of those things where it's like if it's too involved, I don't want it to feel like it's taken away from whatever our like deep dive game of the quarter is. But we'll figure it out. Ace says, Twitch is struggling today. Yeah, dude, I can see the bit rate is low. If you're having trouble, guys, over on Twitch, then come over to YouTube, Retro Hunters on YouTube, and I'm live there as well, so it's probably a little bit more solid. Big Daddy Cringe, what's up, dude? Could this be an alternative to a Steam Deck? Okay, let's get down and dirty. I've never owned a Steam Deck. I'll be honest with you. I had, let me see if I can. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me type this in real quick. All right. I don't know if you're going to be able to click that link, but that should get you over to the YouTube side of things. It's not the Retro Hunters. It's just Retro Hunters. Sorry. So that link sucks. It's youtube.com/Retro Hunters. Oh gosh. There's probably, if you're on Twitch too, there's probably something down below that you can just click on, but yeah, I got to get that figured out. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've never owned a Steam Deck. I have a buddy, Eric, who has a Steam Deck, and he tried to lend it to me. And sorry, I'm looking at my stream manager, and we said 20 minutes, and it's trying to play another ad in like 2 minutes. I'm not sure what's going on there. I brought it over and used it for a while, and what I will say about the Steam Deck is it wasn't in the same way that I'm saying, like, there's so many devices, okay? You can find what it is that fits for you. The Steam Deck for me just wasn't a good fit. I think it was just too big, and like not, for me it's all about accessibility and convenience, really. And it just didn't, it didn't have, it was just too big. Like, honestly, that's what it really came down to. It's too big. I'm not going to pop it in a case. I'm not going to, carry that case around. I need something that's going to fit in my pocket, which is why the SP has been a good fit for me. Or I need something that in a pinch can fit in a pocket. Okay. So RP6, believe it or not, this will go in my pocket if I needed it to. More likely I'm going to throw it into a small backpack or something like that, but still this feels more portable and convenient than something the size of a Steam Deck. And so that's just me. I'll throw that out there. But can this replace a Steam Deck? Having hands-on with a Steam Deck and having hands-on with this now for literally, I've had it for less than 12 hours, I think. I've had it for less than 24 hours. And in that time, I've maybe played and messed with it for an hour. So it's still pretty fresh. But what I will say is I think power-wise, you might be in good shape with this guy if a Steam Deck feels too big for you. I could be wrong. So don't take that as gospel and then go buy one of these and be like, I thought it was going to be as good as a Steam Deck. I will say for me and the things I'm doing, and even like some of the PC games that I have on there, and streaming from my PC for other things, dude, I think it's working. The one thing that I want to test out is I was trying to use GameHub to download Baldur's Gate 3 local, and it's just so big that it was taking a long time, so I stopped. But I'm interested to see how it runs, because I was playing it on the RP5 via streaming it. But if I can have it local on the 6, dude, that'll be freaking nuts. Okay? I don't know, dude. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, all right, let me catch up real quick. Shelf says, don't most open worlds have a map with little icons and points of interest? Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right. Chance Foxy says, I don't have mod tools over on YT, so I'm stuck here. Oh, dang, dude. Sorry about that. Joe, are you still in the process of editing the Sack Game Expo or nah? I have a lot of content from that I will eventually try to trickle out. It's not at the top of my list, but there is some fun stuff there that I will put together and release, including conversation that Joe and I had about some fun stuff. So eventually it'll get there. But for me, dude, when it comes to expos, the thing that I think people learn is like, in the same thing with like live stream, like a lot of the in the moment is the big value, and then if I can make some content out of it that I can publish down the road, then I'll do it. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff from Sack Gamers Expo, including the Street Fighter showdown between me and Gabo. I got to get that going together too. So Ace says Steam Deck is wonderful. Then he says valid if all you want is emulation. Steam Deck certainly isn't the best option. There you go. EOR, I can't put any of these devices in a pocket, not because they don't fit, but because I don't want to risk breaking the thumbsticks. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I would say if you sat on it, that's probably going to be a problem. But if you had it like in your front pocket, you know, just to take it from here to there, I think you'd be okay. But again, don't quote me on it. Jake dies again. Ooh, babe. What's up, dude? Insane aura farming I just walked into. Yeah, dude. That's how we're doing it over here now. Dude, it's amazing what a Temu fur coat can do for your self-esteem. I'll have to say, Jake, is if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. All right? What's on my shelf? The alternative is a PSP Go. Yeah, dude. Flat analog nubs. Are those the ones that they're almost like the sliders? Is that what I'm thinking on that guy? All right, let's bust this thing open a little bit. Take a look here. As you can see, I've got this is the Retroid Pocket 6. This is the 16-bit version. A couple of things to note with this. Okay, this is the 12 gig thumbstick up top version. Okay, and it is. I have it in the grip. I went ahead and ordered the grip just because it was like $15, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I'm feeling like with this, I'm going to be playing a little bit more high-powered stuff, maybe even some things that are very analog stick-centric. And so I thought for $15, I'm willing to check out the grip and see how it feels, I guess. Okay, so a couple of things I'll tell you with this guy. Okay, I'm going to pop that off right now. There's lots of reviews, a lot of people doing unboxings, talking about their first impressions, all that. One of the things that I'm seeing a lot of talk about is on the back, not having sort of I don't know if that's going to show, but it's not having the textured humps. Okay? On the 5, these humps back here have this like bumpy texture that maybe feels like you can grip it a little bit better, is kind of what people are saying. On the 6, it's smooth. It's just nice and smooth. I don't mind it. It actually feels good. I don't know. It just wasn't, that wasn't a big deal to me. Here's what I will say. There is a noticeable difference in what I felt like was, it's not quality, because the RP5 is a quality device, but there is something about the heft of this, and I don't mean it in the sense that like, oh, it's dramatically heavier, but there is something about this that as soon as I lifted it out of the box, actually, like I said out loud, oh, like there's a feel to it that to me just feels a little more premium than maybe the 5 did. And a part of that may be the finish that I got. With the 5, I went with the all white. With this one, I went with the 16-bit version. So there may be something to it with that, but dude, it just, I don't know. There's something about the feel of it that it just feels better, I guess is a way to put it. With the grip on it, it just pops right in. Actually, super easy, like almost too easy. It almost makes me feel like it's going to fall out or something, but it holds on just fine. But it definitely adds, you know, a little more oomph to it when you're trying to do some of that stuff, especially with like the stick-centric stuff that's up top. So, all right. This, I do not have it fully set up, but I have it set up enough that we can check some stuff out and, give it a try. Put it that way. I don't have like all my completely up-to-date emulators and all of that kind of stuff. But we got stuff. We got stuff. Oh, baby. Okay. Here's what I will say. Let me get caught up on the chat real quick. Here's what I'll say. I have some things that I want to take a look at and I want to show you, but if there's something specifically that you want to see, okay? I don't have it set up quite yet with like, there's talk of like Switch emulation, there's talk of PS3 emulation, things like that. I don't have that stuff set up yet. But as far as things like PS2, GameCube, we're definitely going to jump into some Game Hub. I've got some stuff in there. We'll take a look at that. But if there's anything specifically that you are hoping to see, let me know, and I'll do my best to take a look at it. Let's see here. See, Electric says you could fit your handheld device in a nice fur coat like that. Oh, dude, do I have... There's no internal pockets in this. There are two, like, little hand pockets down here, but they're not very big. Like the SP, I think. Here, let's do a fit check. Okay. Hang on, let's go full cam on this bad boy. All right, here we go. Pocketability test, all right? So, we got our SP, no problem. It's right there. See that? No problem. It's gonna go. The 5. Oh, he's poking out a little bit, but it's still working. Look at that. That's gonna do. See? And they say they're not pocketable. Guys, they're portable. They're portable and ready for you. There you go. Oh my gosh. Okay, Joe says that will go perfect in lower pockets of my cargo pants. Well, there you go, dude. Yeah, if you got those cargo pockets, bro, you can take all these things to go. No problem. Jake says, when talking about the rich folks, my dad always said, you can't hide money. Amazing that you can afford what you can afford with a few Taco Bell ads. I know, dude. I know. I told you, it's that Baja Blast money, dude. It's that Baja Blast dinero. It's good for you. Ace of Spades. I've been enjoying the grip for the Thor. When I'm around the house, it helps be a bit more comfortable. Yes. I love that. Electric says, next we're going to see Rob in a Super Bowl commercial for Taco Bell in his fly coat. Oh, dude, that would be, oh my gosh. That would be so sick. There's no way. Oh my gosh. You know what, dude? We can manifest it. Here's the deal. You ever heard of chaos magic? Okay, we can manifest this, guys. I remember back in the day when we wanted to be on Screw Attack, when we were doing Retro Hunters. And like, dude, it's all about like visualization, and just belief. And so if we just all align our chi and just fire a mighty ball of chi towards Taco Bell, we can make it happen. I'm just saying. It's possible. Jay Ritt, big poopin'. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Joe says, I've noticed in the Rust video and the Tech Dweeb video that the screen is plastic instead of glass, and you need a different cloth to clean it. Yeah, I saw that too. He was talking about that there's a lot of smudges. Obviously, I haven't had it long enough to be able to speak into that super authoritatively, but I don't find that a lot of my devices get really smudgy anyway. So, I don't know. That is something that I will be aware of and that I'll keep you guys updated on. Okay, let's see here. So as we can see, I did get Emulation Station up and running. I have not scraped all my artwork, but we've got everything on here for the most part. I basically took the SD card straight out of my RP5 and put it into this one, and everything was recognized. The thing we may run into with certain things is it may be like, hey, where's the BIOS? And I might have to like actively move that over. I know I fired up some stuff for PS2. It was working great. All of that. Including, let's do that real quick. We'll look at some PS2. We'll pause our music. And let's see here. One of the ones that I was really excited about when it came to PS2 emulation is this game right here called Rogue Galaxy. This is an RPG that came out for the PS2 that when it hit, I couldn't afford it back in the day. And so I never got to play it, but it was always one of those ones that was in the back of my mind where I'm like, I want to play this game. So this may eventually be a game of the quarter. I don't really know how long it is, but it just had such a cool vibe. Like, it almost reminded me of, like, I don't know, like an RPG of like Firefly, Star Wars, all that kind of stuff. So let me see here. Are we getting any audio? Doesn't look like you guys are getting any. I'm not getting any audio in my ear. Are you guys getting any audio for the game? You should be hearing audio if you were right now. So let me know in the chat, because I'm not hearing anything. Nope. No. Okay. No audio. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's what happens when we do these things live. All right, let's pop over into Game Hub real quick. It's probably something on my end that I need to tell it to. What is it? Oh, it's okay. It's reading it as SP. So give me 1 second. Let me try something here real quick. We do this, and then we do this. Does that do anything? I don't know if we're getting any audio on that as well, but we can still, if we're not getting any audio, then I'll turn the music back on, but we can still look at performance stuff. All right, so I downloaded Ice Palace, Phaland, Silk Song, and Terminator 2D No Fate. Why don't we pop into some 2D No Fate? Here, we'll just put some music back on in the meantime. And then if I can get some actual audio going here, I'll have it set up for next time. All right, let me get caught up with this chat real quick. Jake says, I think you could pull off a heel run with that gimmick. Oh, baby. Dude, I'm looking for Retro Survivor. Did I miss the finale? It was like I popped in, and then it didn't happen. And then I know it was getting rescheduled, and there's a part of me that is afraid I missed it. Or is it happening today? Hit me with that. Joe says, you need to download the alpha release of IISU frontend. I'm actually hyped when it fully releases. Oh, dude, I'll have to look into that. Maybe drop me a link or something on the Discord, and I'll check that out. Ace says, in my best tech support accent, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on? No. Ah, jeez. XP Legacy, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Dude, I need to get me some Skyrim on this thing. That's what I need. We need to be playing some Skyrim. For sure. Jake says finale is today. Wintermageddon knocked out our power last week. Yeah, dude. You guys locked it down though. You guys held up okay. I saw your post where you're saying you're gonna be living in the 1800s, firing up the fireplace. I'm glad you guys are doing all right. I wish we had some audio, but we don't. So. I mean, this game is not going to be like pushing the boundaries or pushing the limits on anything really, but it's fun. It works. So Terminator 2D No Fate. I started it on my RP5 and then kind of took a break from it. I need to jump back in. And so it'll be interesting to jump back in on this guy. Did one of my lights go out? It did. That's weird. And see how that goes. Okay. So you can see, I mean, with something like that, no problem whatsoever. Let's jump back in here into Game Hub. I don't think I have my save synced here for Silk Song, but you know what? We'll fire it up and see what we get and see if it runs. Let me see what's going on with my light over here while that boots. Sometimes the battery dies, and that's just the way it goes, guys. Jeez. And I'm actually in the middle of like some big video shoots at work, and we're using these lights for it as well. And so that's probably part of it. I had it plugged in the whole time. That's weird. I don't know, man. While this is booting up here real quick, let me see. Is there something I can change for audio? Let me turn off the Bluetooth. I wonder if it's trying to go to my headset. What we got here? Sorry, I'm double checking one more thing to see if we could get some audio. And unfortunately, it's not coming through. Oh, you know what? That's the same thing. Dookie. All right. Well, we'll just keep trucking then. Obviously, it looks like my save is not on here. So that sucks. But we can at least look at some performance stuff. Try to skip all this. Maybe after this too, we'll jump into some. I'll see if I can fire up the some of the more like intense stuff for the GameCube, and we can see how that runs as well. What do we got here? Joe says, I'm very curious to see how good Switch emulation is because I might buy myself an RP6 when I get a job soon. Yeah, dude. I have heard good things. Switch emulation is not something that I've ever actually dabbled in, although I will be now from what I'm hearing for this. So, like, I love playing Dark Souls on my Nintendo Switch. So, it might be interesting to see about, you know, porting it over here and seeing how that feels. Just trying to see if... Oh, you know what? I remember... You know what? Hang on a second. Let me check something really quick. I feel like I remember there being a setting where we had to tell... We had to tell the audio... Where was it? Handheld settings right there, maybe. Sound. No. USB. No. There is something that I remember having to change in order for it to make sure that it routed that correctly. Darn. I remember having to do that with the 5, and now I forget what it was. Okay. That might have to be something that I'll have to look into. Yeah, it's not standing out to me, unfortunately. Okay. Little Silk Song. I mean, I don't remember if you were, or I don't know if you were here for when we did it on the RP5. The RP5, I think, did fine. It was very playable. No complaints. This, though, definitely feels significantly smoother and more consistent, is what I would say. Where with the 5, you would probably have a little bit of slowdown at times. This so far feels very, very smooth. Real nice. I don't know if there is... Let's see. Is there some settings we can even kick it up here? Yeah, because this guy will go up to 120 hertz, but I mean, as you can see, dude, I mean, no problem. It's looking so good. Oh my gosh, I'll freaking love it. I haven't played this game in a while. I need to get my save back, so I am dookie right now, but that's the way it goes. Oops. Is there a secret down here? I don't remember. All right. Well, there you go. You know how that works. Let's see here. Let's see if we can bust into some GameCube. That's definitely something that'll push. Let's see here. Let me catch up a little bit. EOR says, if Zelda 2 is a game of the quarter, then Silk Song would be a game of the decade. There you go. A says, is it the 8 Gen 2? Yes. Would it be under Connect TV? Yeah, that is what I feel like I remember. Let me go back to the menu real quick. Right, it was... I feel like it was under handheld settings. Oh, Connect TV. There you go. Clean process when standby. No. Background process limit. No. Oh, here we go. Turn off hand. No auto sleep. Force landscape. Please select the sound output when connected. Oh yeah, that seems like it would be it. Set the video output method. Oh geez. See, we could even mess with some of that too. Be interesting. Does it? Oh yeah. See, like right now, I've got audio coming out of the device when I turn that off. Let me try turning it back on and see if it then pops up for you guys. Anything? You should be hearing little clicks. I'm not hearing it in my ear though, so I don't think it's coming through. It's got to have something to do with the way that it's routing with this thing. So I was just glad that the video worked as soon as I plugged it in. But the good news is I'm actually getting audio here straight out of the device. So if we mute the music, then I may be able to kind of hold it up so you guys can kind of hear it. There you go. Let's fire up some... What do we want? Is it Rogue Squadron? Come on. Do I have it on here? I thought I did. Yeah, Rogue Squadron 2. Let's see if this launches. I haven't messed with like backend settings for the GameCube emulator at all since I opened it yesterday, so I don't know if this is actually going to launch. We'll see. What I will tell you is on pretty much any device that I've tried to run this on, this intro cinematic runs at like 2 frames a second. So yeah, it's bad news. I don't know if it's going to launch. Like I said, I haven't finished kind of setting up and routing the actual emulators. So let me try this. Let's go to Dolphin. And oh, this might be why. So right now I'm going to tell Dolphin where to find the games. So this is some of the, like, when you're setting up these Android devices, like this is some of the stuff you have to do. To make sure that the emulator is routed to the right folder to find the ROMs, and then in Emulation Station, it'll then, when you launch the game, it'll go to the emulator knows where to find them, and then everything works. So let's try this again. See if this launches. If it doesn't, then we may just have to launch it directly from Dolphin, but we'll see what happens. Come on, baby. How well does this with Super Monkey Ball? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I have Super Monkey Ball on here. I played Super Monkey Ball back in the day with some buddies. and it was fine, but I wasn't like a big fan. So I don't know that I've downloaded it here. Unless it came in a pack that I happen to have, quote unquote. Sorry. I have old man eyes. Which one is... Oh, Rogue Squadron 2. There we go. Whoops. What the heck did I launch? I don't know what I pushed. I tapped something, so something's coming up. Oh, it's rare. Well, that's good. Wrong. Definitely the wrong game, but... And then... Usually... Oh, is this Star Fox Adventure? Oh, there you go. I need to go in and change the controls, but I don't have... Why isn't it letting me... Okay, hang on. We'll have to go into the actual emulator and tell it to set the controls. Hang on a second. We can do that real quick. Here, let's play some music while we do that. So one of the things we got to go through and do is set up some of these controllers and then map some of the buttons. So let me do that real quick. You can see, you know, some of the behind the scenes stuff. Do that. All right, for your control stick, up, down, whoops, down, there we go, left, right. Let's see here, C stick, up, down, left, right. Triggers, we got L, we got R. Not going to worry about the microphone button. Not going to do any of that. Oh, and then you know what? The Z button. Let's do that. Okay, and then we got to tell it to turn off the touch controls. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember where that is. Well, we'll find that another time. All right. So there might be some touch controls on the screen, but not the end of the world. All right. So let's go back into here. All right. Like I said, this animation would run at like 5 frames. So let's see what we get here. I'll hold it up so you can get some audio. Yeah, dude. That's nice. Dude, I almost wish that I had them both set up so I could show you the difference, because with the 5, I don't even think you could play this game on the 5. Whoops. Will this be AAA? Yes. Man, there's a way to pull over.
The Death Star will soon be in firing range of Yavin Base. Destroy the large deflection towers on the surface, and the TIE fighters defending the approach to the trench. Fly down the trench and fire your proton torpedoes when you're within range of the exhaust port.
Darn, there's a way to disable that on there, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Part of this, too, is like just getting in and banging around. Okay, hang on. We're going to launch... There is... What is the other one that I'm thinking of? There is another one on here that is like... Maybe I don't actually have it on here. Oh, dude, I do have Super Monkey Ball. All right. Whoops, did I hit it? Dude, I feel like I'm accidentally tapping things, and I'm not meaning to do that. All right, let's see how it monkey balls. It's time for some monkey ball, everybody. Omni, what's up, dude? Says, very nice. I just picked up my first handheld last weekend, but it's a bit old. This performance here looks solid. Yeah, dude. It's pretty nice. All right, we're monkey balling. Main game. We'll see how this does. We're going to be a beginner. Well, that was easy. I mean, I don't know about you, but it looks pretty dang solid. Here, this one I'll kind of move us around a little and... Whoa. Whoops. Smooth as butter, baby. All right, we'll do one more. There you go. I love this because the Rogue Squadron games on the GameCube were some of the ones that I loved the most. But I only got to play, I think, the first one. And so being able to actually jump in and mess with it, oh my gosh, is going to be so cool. Okay, I'm going to bind the key again for like PS2. I got to bind the keys. We're going to bind the keys real quick and then we'll fire up some PS2 stuff. Because I realized that I didn't have the keys bound so we could launch the game, but then we can't actually do anything with it. Select, start, 1, 2, whoops, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Almost there. Not going to worry about any of those. Not going to worry about any of those. Okay, I think we're good. All right, let me fire up Rogue Galaxy again. Let's see how this looks. Ace says, the Android emulation scene is amazing. People have done so much work to make it awesome just for the love of the game. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I think it will be interesting to try and load Baldur's Gate 3 locally and see how that does on here. I can't wait. All right. New game. Here, let me turn this up so you guys can hear it too. So essentially, there's a war, all that good stuff. You know how it goes. So with this one, I could fire it up on the RP5. I had to be careful about the scaling and stuff like that. This, I think I have it set to 3 times native scaling. And as you can see, oh, baby. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to try to get into some parts where I can actually run around. There's a little bit of all these opening cinematics here. Kind of setting the scene. Whoops. Okay. me get this camera figured out. Whoops. Ooh. Ah, hitting the wrong buttons.
You're pretty strong.
Thank you. A says that will be insane. Look forward to hearing how it goes. What did you say this was? This is called Rogue Galaxy for the PS2. Just one of those ones, dude, that back in the day caught my eye, and I really wanted to play it, and I just never got the chance to. So this one is definitely on my list for something we're going to have to do. Maybe game of the quarter on this one. And then it kind of opens up, and we can run around town. All that good stuff. And then there'll be some random encounters, stuff like that. Let's see. Let's fire up some... Shadow of the Colossus, because that's always another great one that we can take a look at, see how the frame rate holds and stuff like that. Looks like we've only got about 5 minutes left, so this will probably be the last thing that we'll take a look at, and then obviously, yeah, I'll do some more testing and stuff like that, and then maybe next week we can take a little more in-depth look. I'll have maybe some of the kinks worked out for audio and all that good stuff. But yeah, you can even see that, like, sizing wise, I probably need to go in and tweak some settings. Because for me, it's running like it's running in 4:3, and it looks okay on the screen. But for you guys, it's even a little bit more shrunk down. But that's all right. Michael B, yo, late again. What up, everyone? What's up, dude? We're literally 2 minutes out. Glad you're here, though, dude. All right. Here we go. Shadow of the Colossus. Let's get on our horse. I'm trying to remember the buttons. It's been a hot minute. Let's get out here in the expanse. Get a little bit of speed, and we can just kind of see how things look. Again, this is running at 3 times native. So pretty dang beautiful. Can't complain. What can I say? Can't complain. Maybe what I'll do is next week, between now and then, I will do a little bit more intensive PC stuff. I'll pull that in, and then we can take a look at that next week and kind of see how that feels and how it runs and stuff like that. But what I will say is, as far as, out of the box, literally an hour last night, and then the hour that I've been here with you guys as my only hands-on, I am feeling pretty dang good about it. So pretty sweet. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right, my dudes. As always, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you guys. Come hang out on the Discord. Like I said, we're in a new month. So game of the quarter, we're still chipping away at Final Fantasy Tactics. I am probably at like the 85 or 90% mark, so I'm almost done, but I know that there's multiple people at different stages. So that's a great adventure. So come join us for that. And then we're also the 2 new games of the month. What we're trying to do is have a game of the quarter that's like something big that we can sink our teeth into, and then have a couple of options off to the side for the month that are almost like a palate cleanser, or when you don't have as much time and you need to take a little break, you can jump on that. So the 2 that we're looking at are Saturday Night Slam Masters for the Super Nintendo, or if you can get your hand on the arcade port, that's great. As I stated in the Discord, I'm doing a Hagar World Tour. That's going to be my goal, and that'll be fun. And then the other one is In the Hunt for you can get on the PS1. There's multiple places you can get it. PS1, I have the arcade port, and that brings me to the $5 challenge. Okay, this is a new $5 challenge for you. And I think this is gonna be something that we're gonna kind of institute into the game of the month when we have an arcade selection. So here's the $5 challenge. In the hunt, give yourself $5. Give yourself 20 credits. See how far you can get. Can you beat the game on $5? If you can't, then let's just see who can get the farthest, basically. And we'll have a little bit of a fun, hearty competition. Honor system. But if you have to lie about how far you made in an arcade game at this age, guys, we got a problem. So come join us at the Discord. Take on that $5 challenge. I will be posting some of my runs and stuff like that. Maybe even next week I'll do a $5 in the hunt run and see how far I can get on stream. That'll be kind of a fun thing we could do too, and see how that goes. So, all right, guys, come join us over there at the Discord. Thank you for being here. Have a great Tuesday. Michael B says, Rob, you look like you can pull this off. Give me your best John Ralphio diddly 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 swag. Literally the way.